You all are in for a treat. Allow me to introduce today's speaker. This is someone I have massive respect for. He used to be a senior manager for a Fortune 500 company. Yet, as successful as he has been in our industry as well as corporate America, he remains humble. He has all the facts about our business, Syona. This guy loves to have fun. But what I love most about him, he is here to not only inform us, but he is here to help transform us into the greatest version of ourselves that we can be. Help me welcome founding partner, Mr. Michael Towns.
All right, good evening, you all. Excited to be on today's Zoom. Welcome everyone one of my partners, and they want you to see what's going on with our business Syona. So I'm extremely excited about that. My name is Michael Towns. And before I get started, let me just ask everyone a question. If you had an opportunity to make up what may have gotten messed up, would you be kind of excited about that? And what if I told you that it definitely still requires effort, but less effort is not constant effort? Well, that's exactly what I'm about to share with you. See, I believe there's two types of time. One type of time is definitely chronological, okay? That has to do with minutes, hours, 2 hours, and so forth. But then there's something called Kairos time. Kairos time is opportunistic, which is exactly the time in which I believe you are in right now. Let me share a little bit about my background, how I believe it was opportunistic for me to get involved with this particular industry. Now, I started almost 34 or so years ago. I was a senior manager back in Dallas, Texas, making a great, high six-figure income. Thought everything was going well. And then one day I had to lay a guy off. Now, this is what was so challenging about laying this guy off. His wife was expecting, they were expecting a child, I don't know, any given day then at that particular time. And then the VP that I reported to, he said, well, Michael, you just got to let the guy go. I said, wow. Now, they're expecting a child. The only person who's working is him, not the wife. And I said, wow, if I have to let that guy go, and I know what he earns a nice six-figure income. I'm a senior manager. I said, I get let go of, man, that could really be challenging. Well, guess what? That was the day that I decided to become an entrepreneur. And that's exactly what I'm about to share with you all right now. I'm about to show you a way that you can earn income based on decisions versus hours. Okay. And much of me getting started has to do with the CEO that you see on the screen right now, Mrs. Becky Purcell, and our co-founder, Mr. Angel Vera. You ever heard of a travel agent and a tour guide? Well, a travel agent is someone that tells you you can go to these places and you can go to that place, but they've never been. What I love about our CEO, Miss Becky Purcell, and Mr. Angel Vera, see, they used to do exactly what I'm sharing with you all right now. In fact, they are definitely more like a tour guide because they have been there and done that. I used to do business with them, I don't know, 15 or so years ago. Okay. And I love the fact that combined, we look at all of our different founding partners, man, we're talking about over 50 plus years of successful, not experience, but successful experience. In fact, we have a super dynamic leadership team, and the company is very well stable, okay, extremely stable. As a matter of fact, let me tell you some of our core values. One of our very important core values is being a ray of light. In other words, God gave you a gift, He gave me a gift, He gave all of us a gift. And we actually believe in a collaborative effort, we can put all of our gifts together, we can change people's lives. And it begins with having what we call holistic wellness. That means natural and natural and physical and mental wellness, which I'm going to expound upon more in just a moment. And then we believe in equal value. There's no big eyes and then little U's. We believe that it's equal value here with Syona. And then we're in expansive growth right now. Our company started about 2 years ago. At this point now, started over in Mexico. And today we have expanded the entire United States market. In fact, it's safe to say we're not even ground floor here in the US. We're actually in the basic basement. So that means you can live in Las Vegas, California, Dallas, Texas. You can live anywhere and you can override the entire US market. How powerful is that? And we're straight up, if I can say the word straight up, we're straight up unapologetic about having fun. See, in other words, we're changing people's lives. We not only want people to make more income, have more time, and better health, and so forth, but we're unapologetic about that. In other words, we feel like you should be having a good time. This should not feel like business nor a job. I mean, we're touching and changing people's lives, and that's exactly why you were invited to Zoom today. Let me talk about some of our core values, okay? So, in fact, these are four pillars of science. We have physical and mental wellness. And we brought a guru. And I definitely believe he's a guru. You may have heard of P90X before. Well, guess what? We have none other than Mr. Tony Horton help us out with that. Of course, we believe in having a financial wellness. We want you to be equipped financially to do what needs to get done in your household, of course. And then we believe in having self-wellness. In other words, we don't want your car to pull up and then your next door neighbor hates to see the car pull up in the driveway. We want you to have a relationship with your spouse and your partner. We definitely want your kids to speak to you. And we have the guru, and I do mean guru of them all. We have Mr. John Maxwell. And Mr. Maxwell is showing us how to deal with people. In other words, he's teaching us how to develop character as we're collaborating and leading other people. I'm super excited about that. But let me talk a little bit about our natural products. So we're actually putting together the best of nature and science. Now, what I love about our three products, which you see on the screen right now, these products were actually formulated in an FDA laboratory. So this is solid, good stuff. And then they were actually brought to a medicinal grade. Imagine we have a product that increases memory, focus, actually boosts your immune system, fights off free radicals. Imagine having a product that cleanses your liver and your kidneys and removes bloating. How powerful is that? And then I like to say, I'm not a doctor, but I definitely like to say the Vital, oh my goodness. The Vital, you're talking about increasing more blood flow, circulation that is, more oxygen, more blood flow going to every cell, not only every cell, but every system in the human body. How powerful is that? I could talk forever about these products, but I want to put in a quick video. It's only a couple of minutes, if that. And it's going to tell you more about the products. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell you how to take advantage of them. Okay? So just stand by. We go ahead and start the video right about now. Okay, stand by.
Profound study of the link between brain and gut health, which is the very foundation of our overall well-being. Siona's products also aid in liver function. They boost energy and much, much more. When faced with overwhelming issues like anxiety, depression, digestive issues, or brain fog, it's about addressing the root causes with natural solutions. We've returned to our roots. realizing that our bodies possess the innate ability to heal themselves with the right natural fuel, essentially going back to what our ancestors already knew. Today, whether you're 5 or 95, living on a farm or in a city, Syona brings the benefits of natural medicine directly to you. With its three flagship synergistic products, each individually designed to equip your body with the tools it needs to balance and improve your overall health. Drive is a nootropic and prebiotic blend that provides mental acuity and clean energy. This formula stimulates the bacteria that your gut needs, promoting a healthier system from the very beginning of digestion. Say goodbye to bloating and fatigue and hello to a more energetic feel. ProBio is a probiotic powerhouse with a built-in liver and kidney cleanse, restoring internal balance with 15 billion active cultures in 6 probiotic strains. ProBio provides incredible organ and immunity supports. Vital, a nitric oxide booster, enhances the absorption of Drive and ProBio, promoting better circulation of nutrients, blood, and oxygen throughout your body. With no artificial sweeteners and enriched with B3 and B12, Vital supports cognitive function, cardiovascular health, and about every system in your body. Syona, focus on what you do best. We'll do the rest.
All right, I love that video. Every time I see that video, I get all excited all over again. All right, let me just tell you something about these products, right? One of the things I love about our dry product is that I can do things at
The age of 59 that I was not able to do at 29. What's nice about the drive, it increases your memory as well as your focus, and it fights off all that toxicity that may be in the air. You just open up Drive, it's just a stick like a pixie stick. You pull the top off of it and you just pour it into about 12 ounces of water and just mix it up and drink it. What I love about ProBio, I mentioned this a moment ago, ProBio cleanses all that bad stuff out of our bodies. In fact, it removes bloating. A lot of women actually love that. But it's a liver and a kidney cleanse. And then our Vital, man, Vital increases blood flow and oxygen. What's nice about ProBio, you just pour it into your mouth, right? Again, it's like a pixie stick. You just pour the top of it, pour it into your mouth, it just dissolves right in your mouth. And then ProBio, it's just a spray. Rather, Vital, rather, it's only a spray. Just take about 5 squirts underneath your tongue, and it's increasing nitric oxide. That means there's more oxygen, more blood flow, better circulation, that is. All the minerals that are in the Drive and ProBio, they getting into your system faster because of Vital. Now, I really believe these products came about at the perfect time. See that guy all the way to the left? That was the guy that Mrs. Baker Purcell, our CEO, Mr. Angel Vera, our co-founder, that's who they originally met. See, at that particular time, I had type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, as well as gout. And I actually had to relocate from Dallas, Texas, and I had to relocate to Birmingham, Alabama. One of the reasons, primary reasons, was because my mom got sick and actually passed. But one thing I do recall, my mom used to always say, she used to say, "Well, son, your business is supposed to be successful. You're supposed to prosper. I see your house in Dallas. You're doing well. I see your cars and all your nice clothes and so forth." Yeah, but Michael, you're supposed to prosper and be successful, like the good book says. She said, "But Michael, it also says you're supposed to be in good health as your soul is prosperous." She said, "Michael, you have to get that health together." And one of the things that I said I'm going to do, I lost my mom. I said, but I'm going to transition my body. And my body, in only about 4 months, I went from the guy all the way to the left of your screen to the guy you're looking at right now, the same guy right there in that picture. That happened in about 4 months. And the amazing thing is, that was over 5 years ago. Now think about it. You may know people that want to transform their health right now, and people they transform their health, but then a few months later they gain it all back, and then a lot of times, definitely in 1 year, certainly 5 years later, they gain it all back. What's so interesting is that also I found a partner to the right of the screen, Mr. Steve Pineda. He coincidentally, I didn't even know it, he was transforming his body as well. And see, he went from the guy on the left of your screen there to the guy you see all the way to the far right, again, within about the same time frame. And so these Syona products came about at the proper time, again, because it allows us to do things, definitely me to do things at age 59 that I clearly was not doing when I was 29. And what I want to do right now, I actually want to show you how you can partner with us. And again, I'm going to show you how you can earn income by making decisions versus exchanging time with hours. So if you look all the way to the left of the screen, you can get involved with our business by way of e-commerce. And what's so powerful about this is that you already have a customer base, right? See, you might already own some type of storefront. You may own a beauty salon. You may own a barbershop or something like that. Well, guess what? You can get a link to a Syona website from our marketing department. You can create your own pay for ads. You can attach them to the Syona website, and people can just go on your website. They can shop until they drop. They can buy Drive, Probio, Vital, and you will earn residual income. You did something one time, but you're getting paid on it over and over again. Now, understand, it still requires effort, but it's not constant effort. That's key right there. Make sure you write that down. Also, you may want to get started as a professional affiliate. Now, as a professional affiliate, you may be a doctor, you may be a nurse, maybe you already own some type of spa, whatnot. Guess what you can do as a professional affiliate? You can get bundled products at a discounted price. How about that? And you also would get a website from our marketing department. And the great thing, again, once again, you already have customers. It's just like you own a Nordstrom's or Saks. And also, just imagine it. Nordstrom and Saks already has customers, right? So if they add bicycles in the store all of a sudden, well, it's not as if they have to go and present those bicycles to a new customer audience. They already have customers coming in Nordstrom anyway, just like you. You already have customers. What's great is that you can set your own margins. In fact, they can be as high as our retail prices are. For example, you can actually purchase a Drive for someone like me. Now, I'm an affiliate, right? You can actually purchase Drive from you as a professional affiliate. You can set your price to be $90, right? Whereas for me, they're only paying 60. But what's great about that, you already have a customer base. So again, it still requires effort, but it's not constant effort. You're already passive, residual, recurring income for doing something one time, and you've been paying on it over and over again. And then you can get started as a social affiliate. Now, what's very powerful about getting started as a social affiliate, you already may have followers on LinkedIn or Twitter, Facebook, or what's called TikTok, right? People already, they follow you already. You may have tens of thousands of followers, but guess what? You can earn a 15% residual income. You'll get a link as well from a marketing department, and you can earn 15% residual income anytime someone buy something from your website. And again, you already have a following, you already have a customer. But what I believe is very powerful as a brand affiliate, you get a chance to earn income on everything that you're doing, but then you get to get people involved as e-commerce by way of professional affiliate and social affiliate, you can take advantage of everything I just talked about. Now, the brand affiliate, you can start for as low as $320. And then you can start for $4.99. That's only a one-time fee, $4.99. So now you have products that you can utilize as well as products to sample. But then you can also get started for $6.99. You have more products to utilize and more products to sample. By getting started as a brand affiliate, you're getting paid not only on 100% of what you're doing, but I think what's very powerful is imagine you getting paid 1% of what a team of people are doing as opposed to 100% of your own efforts. In fact, there's 8 different ways in which you can earn income, but in the interest of time, I'm just going to talk about the top 4. And you can get started in what is called our Go for 4 system. Simply meaning you're going to have 4 true up pack customers and 4 brand affiliates. When you do that, you're going to reach a position called bronze. You're going to earn over $800. I'd say average of $800. You're going to earn over $800. If you just have 4, only 4 more people do the same thing. You're going to end up in either a silver position or a gold position. You're going to earn over $3,000. And then you just help 4 more people to do the same thing. Again, get 4 true up pack customers, 4 brand affiliates. You're going to end up at a diamond position. You're going to earn in excess of over $13,000. Let me give you a graphical depiction of what this looks like. Let's say that's you, and then you have your 4 trio pack customers, and then you got 4 brand affiliates. That's what we call a 4x4. You're going to earn $500 in doing that. Now, watch this. That's just not $500 in your first 28 days, but that's $500 in the next 28 days if you did the 4x4. And the following 28 days, you did the 4x4. In other words, every single 28 days or every new period, you can do that 4x4. You earn that $500 any period, okay? Every period. How great is that? And then you can earn $800+ I didn't say an average of $800. I said $800+. Now keep that in mind. We have a special going on right now. What if you only had to get two customers and 2 brand affiliates? Well, if you did that, you're still going to earn all the money I just shared with you, but over the next 2 periods, you can do that 2 by 2. You can earn an additional $250. That's subsequent to all the income I just showed you. But then, if you did the 4x4, meaning you have 4 new customers and 4 brand affiliates, again, you will still earn the $1,300 I just shared with you, but you earn an additional $500. Make note of the dates above, again, between January 29th and February 25th, as well as period 3, February 26th through March 25th. Now, the one thing I want to say is that business rewards action versus observation. So you may be wondering, what do I have to do? Well, it's simple as A, B, and C. A is first get your customers. Now, I said earlier that business is more relational, more so than transactional. In other words, just ask the same people you would ask to pick up your kids from school, the same people you may ask to give you a ride to the grocery store, the same people you may ask if they had a cup of, I don't know, sugar or something you could borrow. Ask your sisters, brothers, people close to you. Just ask them, do you a huge personal favor and get your first 4 Trio Pack customers. Okay. Then B, you want to schedule a virtual meeting. Have you noticed that whoever invites you to see this Zoom, they're probably not talking right now. Well, you can do the same thing. You can invite people from all over the US, Mexico, Canada. You can invite people to join a 30-minute Zoom, just like you're watching right now. They can just sit back and observe everything you're observing right now. But remember, business rewards action. And then C, attend the next event. That's going to be a large event where you definitely get a chance to hear from our CEO, Mr. Baker Sell, and our co-founder, Mr. Angel Vera. And we're going to go more in depth in terms of how you go about building your silent business. So do me a favor, make a decision. Let the person know who invites you on. If you're ready to get started, let them know your level of interest is definitely a one. Now I know there's somebody that's saying, well, I'm interested, well, but my level of interest right now is a two. You may have some questions. Well, let me share something I just realized. You're probably thinking, you may be thinking, well, I have a job right now, I have competing priorities. Let me share something with you. Let your job be like an independent contractor. Your job is just paying you until you can become a full-time entrepreneur if you so choose to do so. Let the person know who invites you to see this that you'll love Venture too. And if you have questions, we can get your questions answered today. Let's get your questions answered today. Let the person know who invites you on. Let them know your love ventures is definitely a two. You ready to get started? You just have a couple of questions. That's fine. Let's get your questions answered today. And then there's someone you may be saying, you know what? I just want to be a customer. That's you. Let the person know who invites you on. Your level of interest is definitely a three. Let the person know who invites you on to see this, and we will get you set up as a customer tonight. And do me a favor. One thing I learned in business is that when we were all children, we definitely look like our parents, right? But once you become an adult, you look like your decisions. Make a decision. Your finances right now, they likely resemble your decisions. Your health right now, your health likely resembles your decision. The time that you have likely resembles your decisions. Make a decision. Let's show you how to make income on decisions versus course. All right. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.